Hello, it's Dr. Garret, Castleberry, Associate Professor, Program Director of Communication, Media, and Ethics at Mid-America Christian University. Well, I'm here with a bit of encouraging wisdom for students of COMM5113, Global Marketing and Strategic Networking. Now, as we've teased, we are taking some non-traditional approaches to thinking about global marketing. But actually, the more we peel back the layers and look beneath the surface, what we're going to be examining, who we're reading, are actually quite traditional if you think about it at the level of human communication. Now, we each come from different backgrounds, walks of lives. We have different interests and passions and hobbies. We have different stories to tell, varying degrees of hardship, ways we've been challenged in life. And this is no different from the ideas, plural, that we are going to encounter through our various readings in the course. And so in contrast to a book we've spent some time talking about, In Praise of Slowness, we're going to be looking at two other texts that also play with time as a kind of cultural philosophy, right? And for many of you, this could be the first time you really start to think about alternative perspectives and how they tie into ways we can connect globally and how we can forge deliberate and strategic partnerships, not just with those who think or act or live or behave or believe the exact same as us, but in fact, the enrichment process that comes from diversifying our encounter with others in the world at both a sort of business or corporate or organizational level, but also and especially at a human level, at an interpersonal level. And so these two books we've previewed already in an alt video, but we have Edward T. Hall's book, The Hidden Dimension, a classic among scholars. This is a really enriching text, but similarly, Robert Levine's A History of Time with the subheading, The Temporal Misadventures of a Social Psychologist, or How Every Culture Keeps Time Just a Little Bit Differently. All right, well, these two texts, if I made a previous comparison between Slowness and a book that it inspired, these two books are also simpatico in certain ways. In fact, that's part of why we're pairing them up together. They are going to do some excellent business, exploring the world in ways that we don't necessarily have the time or budget to, right? So we have these scholars, these field scholars, bringing in not just their theoretical insights, but some of their qualitative and maybe even quantitative data sets to us, right? These are folks that have been out and doing their homework, and they're reporting back to us in important ways. And so if you've never had any training in cross-cultural communication or intercultural communication, these texts are a great pair of readings to give us a crash course in these directions. And of course, that's something we're encouraging because one of our goals in this class is to develop strategic partnerships globally. All right, we have a strategic partnership project, but also a foreign correspondence that we're working on in this course. These readings, don't get me wrong, they're not telling us what to do. They're serving as works that help to enlighten us, that help to broaden our horizons intellectually, okay? And so buy into that approach when reading these books, and we're encouraged by the amount of insight you're likely to gain from each of them as we work through COMM 5113, Global Marketing and Strategic Networking.